Hey, what's up? It is Thursday for you guys, and I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. We are doing something really cool this time. The most important project we can work on is the one we're working on today. There are some projects I get a little more excited about than others, simply because they're larger scale opportunities with larger flow. This is one of those huge opportunities that I am really excited about. We're going to be building a 65-foot long pondless waterfall with Boulder Dan today, but with Travis. And pretty excited to start working with him. Nice guy, friendly, said he likes picking out boulders and have a good eye for it too. So let's do our thing at Rock Hard Farmington. Look at these beautiful boulders. Beautiful. Taking it. Well, if you've been following us, you know that I like to be loyal to people. I just really like developing relationships, expressing my gratitude to people. We get to fulfill people's wants, dreams, and things they've always wanted in their life. And it's a large part because of what people do for us. And then we take the material they load for us and we move that material into place with an artistic eye. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm very grateful for my career, but we always love to work with the same people, and that's why we're very loyal. This is the first time I've worked with Travis, but it has been working with Rock Hard Landscape Supply since they started the business. I've been working with Brian since I got into the industry. He's the owner who started all of this. Just fantastic people. And the reason I bring that up is because if you are looking to do your own, you're here in Minnesota, or you have any kind of landscaping project in Minnesota, I want you to check out two companies. I want you to check out Rock Hard Landscape Supplies, and I want you to check out Girton. They have been just fantastic to work with, year in and year out. These guys are always bringing in high quality people. They're always happy to be at their job, and that's the stuff we really like. And that's what you're gonna find when you go to Girton's too. Friendly, helpful service. And then, if you're thinking, hey, you wanna do your own water feature? Well, if there's two places to go for that. If it's something tiny and small, it's a little do-it-yourself pondless waterfall like you saw us do at Girton's, you can pick all that up at Girton's. They have some awesome packages for you. But if you're gonna go big, like the one we're about to build, and you wanna try something a little larger, or you're getting into water features yourself, hey, even if you're all over the country, give the Pond Company a call. Lisa at the Pond Company is excellent. She ships across the country, and she's gonna make sure you have everything you need to have a successful water feature. I've been working with Lisa for almost 20 years. Actually, it has been 20 years since I first came down here to this location when it was used to be owned by Hedberg, and they had their water features. Now, she is at the Pond Company, and she is so fun to work with. So those are a bunch of companies that if you're looking to do something yourself, that's where I would start. That's where I would give my money and my business to, because they are all really well operated businesses with really high quality people that work for them, like that guy right there. So, all right, the next time you see me, we're gonna be talking about this awesome pondless waterfall that we get to build. And like I said, I am excited. I didn't even get to tell you why I'm excited. It is a 3-pump system on a 65-foot long pondless waterfall. We should see 18,000 gallons an hour of water coming at the crest of this. That means we get to play with some wide liner. You got to see some of these big boulders we're picking out. It is going to be really fun. So that's got me very excited, and my vision is just going off in my mind, and there's so many cool things to be grateful for. So as I always like to say, an attitude of gratitude is going to take you to a lot of places, like the new truck we just got. Never owned anything this nice in my life, and it's because I am grateful for the people that we get to surround ourselves with. Grateful for you, our viewers, grateful for our clients, and for every opportunity. So with that being said, let's have some fun at this great opportunity. Project number 19 gets started right now. It is a large pondless waterfall, custom, huge pondless waterfall. Let's have some fun. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. All right, the guys are working on our aqua blocks, 23 large aqua blocks. How sweet. That is going to be a large basin. We're going to have some fun playing with it. Aiden's doing something right now, so let's see what this turns into. We've got 23 large aqua blocks here. We're going to be holding a ton of water. We've got 3 pump housing vaults, 3 pumps. And now that the guys got the aqua blocks built, thank you, gentlemen, what we do next is we kind of figure out our configuration. So being there was 23, I thought we'd have 4 rows of 5, and then the 5th row would be a separation of our pump housing vaults and our last 3 aqua blocks. So now we just kind of play with it and see if that works out, and then we'll know our shape, and then from there we'll be able to cut our liner into the length we need to. We'll be able to get our fabric. So that's always how Aquascape had taught us how to do it, and they are so good at their systems, their processes and procedures. It makes so much sense to follow their guidelines. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put in this basin, and then from there we're gonna have a lot of fun because we've got some awesome boulders in the front yard. We've got this rental machine and a second rental machine. So we stepped up our boulders by about 15% on size on this. So it's going to be huge. We're building a 65-foot long pondless waterfall with 3 5,000 to 9,000 gallon per hour pumps, and it's going to start way up that hill. So we have an awesome height change to play with because we're already playing in a hillside. So we're going to have some really cool dramatic waterfalls. We're going to do a lot to this hillside to just bring it to life. What an awesome area. They have over 2.5 acres here, and it looks like this natural wooded area. It's perfect for what we get to do. I'm really excited. And this one, we had agreed to making like our custom large pondless waterfall is going to be about 30 feet in length. And then they toured a couple of our clients' ponds, and they said, well, why don't we just go for it? And so they gave us this huge opportunity, and they're going for it. We're going to have those 3 pumps. We've got a lot of lights, and we've got boulders, we've got trees we got to play with. So it's going to be quite an adventure. And so we're going to get busy because we got a really cool project ahead of us right now. And I am so excited to be able to bring this to you. It'll be a 2-part series for sure because it is so much to pack into only about 15 minutes. Probably going to have 2 parts for you because it's going to be really cool. With that being said, I'm going to hop off the throne here. We're going to start moving these things around and figuring out how we want them to lay out and how big that hole is going to end up being. The hole definitely looks like it's a little big when they're standing in it right now, and that's mainly because we have our 0 set over here in the corner. We chose a low spot that's off of the patio because all the time, every time we put in a basin, we're always going to be putting in rock work along the basin to help support those edges. So in this way, we're going to be able to have a really nice inviting way to come walk in here with gravel and all that, and then when it overflows, it's just going to go down the hillside there and drain out the hillside. So that's looking really good. Brad did a great job with the excavator, placing dirt in different spots. Now the guys are just doing some tweaking by hand. Well, good morning. We are on to day number 3 here. Man, it rained a lot over the last 72 hours overall. So the name of the game when it rains is to just move forward as much as you can while remaining safe. Mud is already sticking to people's boots. Goes water to get out of the basin. There's mud all on that hillside. And so it gets a little bit more challenging when you have to bring everything down a steep slope like this when it's going to be rainy. So there are trade-offs. The trade-off being we got to work it some magic into this hillside. But when the weather doesn't cooperate with us, we have to work magic into this hillside. Today, we have to get this basin in and get that in a secure spot. And then from there, we really start having fun by building our way up and out of this. We've got some real good height change because of where we decided to put our 0 spot. That really is going to help us have some cool stuff happening. But there is a need to kind of dig out and make this interactive over here. So we'll be doing some stuff like that. It's very possible we'll have to bring our mats over this way and maybe bring in the E20 to kind of finish this area up with some of the boulders I'd like to see in here, because some of those boulders being more like steps in to interact with it, making it easy, kind of doing our turning action through the soil here. So it's a nice path to walk along, but there's still some cool rock work happening here. Then, we're going to do some of that really cool rock work where we're going to take something big and then build up like we did
at project number 13. So really excited to have the 3 pumps to play with. This is going to be really fun. Holy cow, you guys, that was not a little amount of water. All right, one of the tricks we've learned over the years, and this is thanks to B-Rad, is weighing these aqua blocks down with some of our heavy full buckets is really going to help. So when you're walking over it and you're starting placing boulders, kind of helps everything stay where you want it until you start getting some weight on top, making sure none of those things get kind of compressed, pop out. We're trying the flow cells for the first time. I'm excited to see what those are like. So we're going to start building on top of those. What that's going to do is it's dispersing some of the weight of those huge boulders, so there's no pinpoints on the aqua blocks. And then it's also creating a little bit more space for that water flow. We've got over 800 gallons of water storage in this bottom area, and we've got some sweet stuff happening. The paint king there is just making sure our float valve is ready, so we've always put that in.
All right, those can get it installed upside down. Remember, they come in the box to you, kind of making it feel like you'd put it upside down. You want to make sure you have that opening facing down, otherwise it won't be installed right. So we always include those because it's easy for us to have installed now, get it wired, get it ready, so that when the float valve is up and running, it's filling itself. We like these to be on autopilot for our clients, so really all they have to do is enjoy, and that's why we're going to start offering maintenance packages for our clients too. So maybe we'll come pull some weeds, if there's any string algae, if you need anything, we'll be there once a month, making sure it's looking almost brand new. But this is looking awesome. Huge boulders are going to start working their way in. Not going to lie, it is a little scary coming down that hill backwards with a 3,000-pound boulder and you start sliding in the excavator, but we're making do. Slowly but surely. All right, well, it's about lunchtime, so we'll talk to you soon. Well, we keep getting hit by rain. Not much we can do about it, but do our best to keep moving forward, and that's what these guys are doing right now. Mark is bringing Justin a bunch of different rocks, and he's also filling in gaps and holes with our 6-12s. Justin is foaming everything right now. We've got our waterfall set, some huge boulders. We're going to do some cool boulder work in here as well, making our low edge that far right corner. What's going to do is when it gets a lot of rain, it'll just fill up and go over there. We are building on top of the basin right now, quite a large ways. That's why we're doing what we're doing with a bunch of fabric. So Justin is plugging in all these gaps. He's putting in bib liner fabric. He's trying to make sure that what's going to end up happening is, because we're so on top of our basin, we have to do a lot of bib liner to trap that water from going down into the basin and going up over the top of these rocks, because I'd like to see that be one of our main waterfalls coming into the basin here. Then we've got some work we're going to do making our way back here to get some more waterfalls dropping in. We'll have ourselves a cool stream area coming around this turn.
We are foamed in. Kind of, this first whole level is built up with gravel and then foam, and then they'll put this fabric on there, and that's going to make sure that we maximize how much water we have going right over this rock, and we don't lose any down into the gravel or off to those cracks. And this is all on top of the basin, but we have the liner overlap far enough where we can basically do that. And we can also do this bib liner like they're doing with this fabric on top of that foam. So and then you get another 1.5 to 2 inches for the rest of the gravel that we'll put on top of that fabric where the water will into. It is raining and muddy. I'm sure they told you.
Oh, hi, Justin. We weren't playing King of the Throne. Oh, this is awkward when he walks up. Hey, Justin.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Hi.